We're now wasting a lot of time, like I've said to you.
So what offence will I be arrested under?
Well, I've explained to you, and it'll go up the chain of command, and I'll get authorisation to do that, and I will give you the right legislation, all right? But at the moment, I'm just explaining to you what could happen. It certainly is. So do you think if you were to go past 10 Downing Street right now and just film like that constantly?
Could people film Big Ben, people film Parliament all the time, tourists?
But do you not think somebody would come out and at least speak to you and ascertain who you are and what you're there for?
No, but I don't have to give over any details, that's the thing. These are divisional officers. I'm getting bored now, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'd be interested to see if you've ever got any success and not been spoken to standing outside.
I have many times.
Yeah, so where?
Various police
Where
stations.
have you stood and nobody has spoken to you?
I went to St Leonard's, I was there, officers were aware of my presence, they didn't engage me, they didn't speak with me.
Yeah. Well, again, as I say, everybody's entitled to deal with things their own way, aren't they? And I certainly don't feel comfortable with what you're doing. Okay. And I would feel terrible if something happens.
Nothing's going to happen, man.
That's me taking your word again, you understand? So if something happened as a result of this interaction and I'd done nothing about it...
What could happen? What could I gain from this footage? I don't really understand.
Well, you would know the comings and goings of the police, you would know where things are stored.
I know, but this is done overtly.
This is a photography audit outside an armed police station in Edinburgh. And the striking thing is how it ends. 2 armed officers putting hands on a man for the crime of standing on a pavement with a camera. What follows is nearly half an hour of officers hunting for a law that doesn't exist. Watch how often they admit they don't know which one they need.
As I've explained to you, alright,
because I need to take a phone call.
Well, as you just said, you're getting worn down by it. They're starting to look at specific legislation that's going to probably mean that you will get detained.
Okay.
The way we can get around that is by you giving me your details right now. You can then take your phone call.
So I can't take my phone call now?
So you would rather, are you telling me at the moment you would rather get detained than... Like what?
I don't want to be detained. This is my right to take photographs. I can't simply just concede to your demands.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're doing it for like YouTube, Facebook?
There's something along those lines, yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Honestly, no trouble, nothing hostile about it.
Right.
Again, as mentioned, if I'm happy with the outcome, then I'll give a completely honest explanation for why it is I'm here.
The outcome for what though? Sorry, I've just...
As in, if my rights are not infringed, if you respect my right to film here without me being detained or anything like that, then I'll give you an honest explanation.
Do you not think it sounds like a bit of an empty threat though? So you're basically saying if we let you go about your business and we don't ask for your details and we don't establish why you're here, you'll give us what? A positive review?
There it is, a threat of detention used as leverage to extract details. But there's no offence on the table. Detention under PACE, or its Scottish equivalent, requires reasonable suspicion of a specific crime, not irritation that someone knows their rights. Telling a man he'll be detained unless he identifies himself is the confession that they've nothing lawful to hold him on. And it only gets shakier from here.
Like,
not a positive review. I will tell you my genuine motive. And of course, this is out of sheer courtesy. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe any explanation.
Absolutely.
I don't have to account for my presence in a public place.
So, can I just go and explain what our concern is?
Of course.
And then you can see where we're coming from. So obviously it's a police building.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people who try to go and basically do reconnaissance on us, try to follow us home, stuff like that. Things that go and put basically us and our family in danger.
Yeah.
So when we're seeing people come in and out of their private cars, you can understand why we get a bit concerned about that. You see where we're coming from?
If it's that much of a security risk, you should consider like public transport, cycling, that sort of thing. Like, I don't know what sort of information I could pull from someone's number plate. Only yourselves and a DVLA. Those number plates are property of DVLA. I couldn't pull any information from those plates.
Try to follow us home. As for public transport, we work 24/7, so sometimes when we start shift, there's not buses
I appreciate
or trains.
that. But if I wanted to follow someone home, I mean, I wouldn't use a camera. I would maybe just sit up there, try and memorise the number plates or write them down, and then go about it like that.
Come from with our concerns?
Not really, because it doesn't really make much sense.
We've had people try to go and follow cops home before. They've been successful with it.
I've got no reason to do that. I'm not even from here. I don't know anyone. This is completely isolated.
Notice the pivot to reconnaissance and number plates. It sounds serious until you test it. Everything he's filming is visible from a public place. The officer even concedes the plates reveal nothing. Filming a building in plain sight is not an offence, and dressing suspicion up in operational language doesn't create a power that Parliament never granted. Watch who raises detained first.
You understand why we're just having to ask a few questions to find out what's going on?
Okay, well, I've made We've been speaking for the good part of half an hour. I've made assurances. I just want to be left alone. If I can just be left alone, and I can have your word that my rights will not be interfered with, I won't be detained, you won't push for my details, then we can come to a resolution where you'll be satisfied.
What do you mean with a resolution?
I said, I don't want to be detained. I don't want my rights to be infringed.
I don't want to detain you. I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing, that's all.
Would you not say
I'm just filming from public.
By you being here, so say if you were here for another 5 or 6 hours, do you not believe that
I'm not going to be.
I know, but do you not think that's going to infringe and impede on our ability to do our job? Because every cop that comes out here is going to feel the need to stop and speak to you.
Well, that's at your own discretion. I'm not committing an offence, so you should really just leave me to it.
If they're good cops, if they're good police officers, they're going to have to come and speak to you. If they don't speak to you, in my opinion, they've not done their job properly. So you're impeding their ability to go and respond to another incident.
No, I'm not. I'm not standing in the middle of the road obstructing.
Right here. When
yeah, but I'm not obstructing your vehicles from getting out. This is just simply a camera.
But your presence there is because we have to stop and speak to you. We're not in a position that we can just let this one go. We can't. We're duty bound to do something.
So alright, how do we proceed? Because I need to. I've got stuff that I need to do as well. I'm not going to be here today. I'm going to head back today. So, if you can just let me know what needs to be done.
Here's the part most people miss. Every cop that comes out here is going to feel the need to stop and speak to you. That's not a legal basis, that's a workflow complaint. Obstruction under the Police Act needs actual physical or willful hindrance. A man sitting still with a camera, blocking nobody, obstructs nothing. Their inconvenience is not his offence. And now they commit to a plan.
Or if you can.
The long and short of it is we're going to ascertain your details, okay? Whether you choose
how are you going to do? How are you going to do that?
Whether you choose to oblige, okay, or you'll be detained. That's essentially the.
But like, you can detain me, you can search me, but I don't have anything with my ID on it.
Yeah, but you'll be taken to a police station. And
so I'll be arrested, and then you'll take my prints. Is that what will happen?
If you refuse to tell us who you are, they will absolutely take you to a police station and take your prints.
Really?
Of course they will.
Really? So what?
Because we can't just have people standing outside, we don't know what their intention is, and just let them go. I've told you before that'd be a neglect of my duty, okay? I've had a reasonable conversation with you. I thought we were getting somewhere. I'm now starting to feel like you're not going to play ball and you're waiting and pushing us to detain you, okay? No. I'm trying to be reasonable.
I don't want you to detain me. I've said I don't want you to detain me.
We ascertain your details, make sure you're nothing of concern to us, and you go about the rest of your business. Go to another police station if you want. Do what you want, all right? But at the moment, my job is to make sure that you don't do anything that you shouldn't do here.
I'm not going to.
But I can't do that until I ascertain who you are, can I?
Right, well, I'm not going to give my details, so just do what you need to do.
Right. So
I've been doing so much I don't want to talk anymore, you know. I've been doing so much talking. Can I make a phone call?
You two, why have you been filming outside the police?
We're going to ascertain your details. Under what power? In Scotland, Section 13 of the Criminal Procedure Act lets an officer demand a name only where they suspect an offence has been or is being committed. No suspected offence, no duty to answer. Threatening arrest and a trip to the station to force ID they've no right to demand is putting the cart a very long way before the horse.
It's a matter of public interest.
What is the public interest?
The public are interested in interactions with police, seeing if the rights of the public are going to be respected, to take photographs from public places.
Yeah.
I'm not in a position to give my details.
It's a wee bit suspicious that you're just going around filming different police stations.
Well, suspicion is not a crime.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my rights to be respected.
Right. Okay. And how long have you been doing this for?
Today?
Yeah.
I went to Gayfield. Is that what it's called?
There is.
Gayfield Square, I think. I went there. I went to St Leonard's. Each of those places, nothing really happened.
Right.
And then I came here, and this is where we're at now.
Your rights have been respected there when nothing's happened?
Excuse me?
You don't think your rights not being respected there when nothing's happened?
Well, they were aware of my presence. They kind of left me to it, so there was no need for me to just kind of stand around. Like I said, I'm not here to keep tabs on people or to film anyone's.
But then you've went on to other stations.
Well, and then now I've come here.
Yeah.
And then now we're in the situation here. If you had just left me alone and nothing had gone on, I would get bored and leave. Does that make sense? I'm not here to keep tabs on anyone.
It's not as simple as it's not only you went to one. You're saying you've went to a few stations. So do you not think for us that's going to ramp up a wee bit of suspicion?
Suspicion is not a crime, and he's right. Watch the officer try to build suspicion out of the audit itself, visiting several stations, filming openly, face uncovered. None of that is criminal. Lawful conduct repeated at multiple sites is still lawful conduct. Curiosity about your rights is not the reconnaissance they keep implying, but they've an idea about his name.
This can all be seen on Google Earth. Your face is covered.
Right.
My face isn't covered. I'm not trying to hide anything.
Someone can quite clearly tell who I am.
Okay, I don't think police officers are valuable targets for anyone.
Why not?
Because you guys, this is a secure building, you're armed.
But that's not exactly what happens when there's major acts. All right, we can still get hurt. We can still get hurt off duty.
Okay, well I'm not here to hurt anyone. Again, this is
I know
just a
you
camera.
are. Well, you say you aren't, but whoever can get a hold of you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not live
Wherever
streaming.
you're going to put that video.
I said it's for my own recreation. I didn't say I was going to put it anywhere.
So you're not going to put it online.
I don't know what I'm going to do at this point.
Right. So you can see why there's a reasonable worry for us.
So how do we proceed? Because honestly, I don't have time to be. Am I free to go?
Right now, all we're looking for is your name.
All right, but I'm not going to give my name. Not because I've got something to hide, but because I'm not. By law, I'm not required to give my name.
Why don't you want to give your name? Like, can you not see it as it's reasonable for us to sit and stop and speak to you? I feel that's the reaction you're looking for. All right. For us to come and speak to you, you've been going around different stations.
Okay, so if this is purely to get a reaction, then why are you so concerned about my name?
Because we want to know why you're wanting this reaction, why you're filming. We want to know who you are.
This is the tell. If this is purely to get a reaction, then why is he concerned about my name? The officers can't articulate why they need it, only that they'd like it. There is no general power in British law compelling a person to identify themselves on demand in a public place. Absent a specific statutory trigger, the answer is simply no, and shortly one of them names the wrong act entirely.
Okay, if someone's going around filming the gates, it's reasonable to ask who they are.
I'm afraid I can't. I'm not going to give over any details.
Is there any reason in particular?
No, I'm not hiding anything. You know, if I was wanted or I had something, you know, if I was a criminal, I wouldn't post up outside a police station.
No, I get that, but like you say, you get where we're coming from as well.
Listen, I can't give my name, I'm afraid. Again, if I'm happy, if you respect my rights and you're willing to kind of let me proceed without me having to divulge any information, I'll tell you that I'll give you some information or enough ample information that will satisfy my purpose today. But if we could kind of hurry this up.
Well, we're going as fast as we can, but it's obviously a bit difficult when you won't at least give us your details.
Under what legislation would I need to give my name? I'm not in a vehicle. Section 50 of the Reform Act, I'd have to give my name, but I'm not behaving antisocially.
Right, well, that's why I'm just asking.
So other than that, I don't know any other legislation.
For your name.
Yeah, well, if it's not a requirement, then I'm not obliged to hand it over. It makes sense, like. Can we not just let this go, like? Guys, can we not just let this go?
Just to keep you updated as to what's happening.
Yeah.
This has gone up the chain of command, alright? So they're looking to try and establish what they're going to do here. Like I said to you before, it's not always black and white. There's a couple of different ways to deal with something, okay?
Okay.
So those discussions are ongoing at the moment.
So am I free to go at this time?
And there's the fumble, Section 50 of the Reform Act. That's Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, and it only bites where someone is behaving antisocially. He isn't. The officer even admits he knows no other legislation. When your one citation collapses the moment it's examined, you've proven the auditor's point. They're improvising a power. Then it goes up the chain of command. Stay with this. In a moment, an officer states plainly that he'd arrest this man without knowing the offence, and openly admits he'd have to phone a superior to find one after the cuffs go on. It's the exact reversal this audience lives for.
Yeah?
I don't know if that's just another one of your things that you're trying to...
No, I genuinely
Do you
need
know
to
what I
make a
mean?
phone
Like-
call. My phone's been buzzing.
Right, if you want to make a phone call...
I'm here with someone.
Right, well, my intention, as I've explained to you, as an individual officer right now, would be to arrest you and question you formally, because I'm not satisfied
What's
with
the
what
offence?
You're doing. I don't know if you're doing hostile reconnaissance at
I'm
the
not
moment.
doing hostile
I don't know
reconnaissance.
that, so that's what I would certainly be looking to
Okay.
question you about, alright?
What offence would that be?
Sorry?
What offence would you be looking to arrest me under?
Well, again, this is all coming from above, alright? This is not an area I specialise in, okay? I'm not...
There would be an unlawful arrest.
I don't have every single bit of information ever on legislation, okay, but I can definitely seek that information, and I will make sure you will be arrested on the correct protocol, all right?
Okay.
But at the moment, I don't have that information to hand. I know you're trying to.
You don't have those powers. I'm not trying to trip you up. I'm operating within the boundaries of the law. I wouldn't expect to be arrested for taking photographs from a
We've had a
pavement.
conversation here, okay, and it's only fair for you and us to have this conversation formally, if that's where it goes. So that would
Formally
be
for
the
what offence?
You weren't when I saw you, you weren't taking photos. You were like this, around the barrier, filming,
yeah.
right up there.
By virtue of recording, it also at the same time is a means of taking
Filming
photos.
right in the compound. That's why we've stopped to speak to you. A photo.
I can film. Look, I'm on a pavement. I can stand here and film like this.
So see where we were getting at there, okay? So my course of action for this personally, I'm not saying this is necessarily what's going to happen to you. My course of action would be to arrest you, formally speak to you about this, because that's in fairness to yourself and it would give you solicitor access, okay? What I'm saying to you now is that would be my course of action. So if you're willing to give details, we'll try and deal with it a different way.
This is remarkable. My intention would be to arrest you, followed instantly by, "What's the offence?" And this is not an area I specialise in. Every lawful arrest requires the officer to hold, at the moment of arrest, reasonable grounds to suspect a specific offence. Deciding to arrest first and locating the crime afterwards up the chain is the textbook definition of an unlawful arrest. He's describing it as he does it.
We'll try and deal with it a bit more reasonably, okay? But at the moment, that's my course of action. I'm not letting you go anywhere because I'm not happy with that.
So am I detained now?
I'm explaining to you.
Alright, if I'm not detained, I'm actually going to leave.
Right.
I'm really
still
gonna
explaining to you.
Okay.
If you try and leave, you will be detained from me because I'm not happy with it.
For what?
Alright? What I've just said to you, filming a police station, it's hostile reconnaissance.
It's not hostile. There's nothing hostile
this,
about
right?
this. Hostile reconnaissance will be done covertly.
Listen to me. These guys...
Guys, come on.
These guys are potentially going to deal with you a little bit more, fairly, I would say. I'm going to deal with you quite robustly because I'm not happy with this. So if you don't give me your details right now...
I'll be arrested.
That's exactly what I'm going to do, okay?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. So, that's your option. And we're now wasting a lot of time, like I've said to you.
So what offence will I be arrested under?
Well, I've explained to you, and it'll go up the chain of command, and I'll get authorisation to do that, and I will give you the right legislation, all right? But at the moment, I'm just explaining to you what could happen.
Do you understand the need of why?
No, I don't understand. There's no need to arrest me.
I've explained this all to you, okay? We cannot let you film, essentially, where armed police are in a police station. It's not happening, all right? And I respect and agree with parts of what everyone else is saying, but right now I am not satisfied that I'm doing my duty if I do that, okay?
So if I try and walk now, you'll put me in cuffs?
Absolutely. So, but I've explained to you, if I can get your name, check out your details, I'll let you go about your business. You can go and upload your footage, you can do whatever you please, alright? Because that's all I want to do is establish that you're not a threat to this police station, okay?
Okay, let me explain something to you, right? So...
Hostile reconnaissance gets its moment, delivered with the promise to deal with him robustly. But naming a scary phrase isn't naming a charge. There's no offence of filming a police station from a public pavement. The photographer states the principle correctly. No lawful arrest without citing the legislation. When threats replace statute, it's because the statute isn't there.
I'm conducting what's otherwise known as an audit of the police station.
Okay.
So the idea is to film from public places and to see whether
Okay.
the authorities respect the rights of the public to take photographs.
Okay.
I have a YouTube channel
Okay.
that specialises in these
That sort of thing.
auditing and this sort of
Okay.
thing, right? So I can't just... This is a civil rights movement, right? I can't just concede and give over details, because when I upload this, people are going to say, oh, well, you know, you haven't stood up for your rights, you've backed down under threat of arrest. Do you understand what I mean?
Totally
So
appreciate
this
what
is the
you're
reason why I can't just divulge
but
my
you have
information.
a choice. If you could go away from this and go, this wasn't a successful day of filming, all right?
Well, no,
But you
ordinarily,
won't go to a police
I would just let you arrest me usually,
Yeah.
and then go through those means,
Okay.
civil claim, whatever the case may be. However, the circumstances today is that I'm here with a family member,
Yeah.
and if I was to be arrested and kind of follow through with me
Yeah.
standing up for my rights,
Yeah.
it would greatly inconvenience my
What I'm
my
getting at,
circumstances
alright,
today.
what I'm getting at is I will not allow myself personally or the organisation to unlawfully arrest you. This is coming from above, okay? So what
It would absolutely be an unlawful arrest, and you could be
No, it wouldn't.
liable to a
Roundabout-
civil claim. Absolutely.
So what we have
Yeah.
to do is we have to balance your civil rights for security. Okay.
But your
At the
suspicion
end
doesn't trump my rights.
But the thing is though, you're filming a police compound where there's armed response vehicles in there, there's armies in there. We have to...
Yeah, exactly,
take
you're
that
armed.
seriously.
What have you got to be worried about?
Credit where due, he finally explains it's an audit for a YouTube channel testing whether rights are respected. And watch the officer's honest flash. I will not allow myself or the organisation to unlawfully arrest you. He knows. He names the civil claim that would follow. That's an officer who understands the law and is being pushed by, above, to act against it anyway. The next few minutes decide it.
I'd like to leave.
You'll be arrested.
For what? For what?
Well, that's what I'm explaining. We're getting a phone call.
Well, I would like you to know. So if I try and move like this...
Right, listen to me. So, hostile reconnaissance isn't something that we necessarily
I know, but
specialise or
what-
deal with day to day.
What offence is it? You can't just put me in cuffs or put hands on me without citing legislation. You know that.
I will not be putting you in cuffs until I establish exactly what legislation it comes under.
So then I can just leave. If you don't know what
I'm asking you
offence...
for the common courtesy to wait till we've had the phone call.
Well, I
to
don't
establish if that's
owe you
gonna
any
happen or
courtesy.
not.
I'd like to leave. I'm leaving.
Listen, you're not going anywhere, okay?
Why?
Until we
So,
establish
get your
what
hand
you've
off me.
done.
Get your hand off me. Get your
Right,
hand off me. Look
okay.
how they're surrounding me. Get your hand off me. I'd like to leave. I'd like to leave. No, get your hand off me. Get your hand off me.
Stay here just now.
Why are you harassing me like this? I would like to leave.
Right, come on.
I've told you the reason for my
I fully
filming.
appreciate the civil rights movement and what
Okay,
you're,
well then respect my
what
rights.
you're passionate about,
Let
right?
me get out of the road.
Right, come and stand in the pavement.
Go on the path for now then.
I fully appreciate that, but you have to appreciate where I'm
I
coming
don't
from.
have to appreciate anything. I haven't committed an offence. I can leave. What you're doing now is not good, and you're saying that you'll arrest me because I won't give my details. So inevitably, because of my circumstances today, because you're being persistent like this, I'm going to be cornered into a situation where I'm going to have to give details. Not because I want to, but under duress and fear of arrest. I don't want to give my details.
It's not duress.
Of course it's duress, because
It's not
you both just put hands on me and you said that you're going to arrest me. I would like to leave. May I please leave? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Here's the coercion laid bare. He says plainly, he's being cornered into surrendering details under duress and fear of arrest. That's exactly what unlawful pressure looks like, extracting compliance by threatening a power you've admitted you can't lawfully use. Consent obtained this way isn't consent, and then hands go on him anyway.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you will be, yeah.
What do you mean you will be? Am I being detained or not? Because I would like to leave. Guys, look, I'll leave.
Right.
Alright then, detain me. Alright, I'll put it down. I'll put it down. Don't put me in cuffs. There's no need to put me in cuffs.
Switch it off as well, please, if you are going
Why?
to be detained, it needs to be switched off.
It doesn't need to be switched off.
Yes, it does.
Why would it need to be switched off? Alright, I'll turn it off. You're
I'll
going to detain me now, yeah?
yeah?
Am I being detained?
It ends with cuffs threatened, hands on, and a request to switch the camera off, which note, he's entitled to refuse. There's no power to make you stop filming in public. 3 things worth carrying away. First, in Scotland you must give your name only where an officer suspects a specific offence. No offence, no duty. Second, a lawful arrest needs the offence known before the cuffs, not phoned in afterwards. Third, hostile reconnaissance is a briefing term, not a charge. Tell me your verdict below, lawful concern or unlawful pressure, and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. This video is educational, not legal advice. Always check local laws. Peace out.